the first question would be, to what extent do we think that technology will drive that next level we need to get to? And the point I make is that this market is our market. Both the shareholders, the investors, the regulator, the capital market operator, the exchanges, and we want to, use this capital market to drive a national developmental process. So where does technology start? Or where does it stand? How can we leverage it from the capital market operator perspective, from the exchange perspective, and also from the regulator's perspective?
Currently, everybody is talking about startup, for instance, and they are looking at how do you finance them. Gradually, things may be moving towards some kind of new financial instruments, and you require technology for such things. People are saying crowdfunding, even though the regulation may not say do it now, but definitely it will come. People are saying crowd sales, and there are quite a number of things there. And what do they leverage on? Technology. So technology is going to be a major driver in this market. And there was a time people were saying, okay, technology, then that means you must learn to code, you must become a programmer. But others are now saying that these computers, over time, will find a way of even coding for themselves. So that at the end of the day, you probably don't have human being doing most of the things. All you just have is for us to think and then instruct our computer that will not do these things for us. In other words, there are quite a number of things that technology will do that we must start investing in the right technology that can be used in trading, in registration, in recording whatever we do, and also in transacting our businesses. Now we are talking about e-dividend. It's technology. We are talking about dematerialization. It's technology. Dematerialization means that one day, all the information that we have can be had in a very small device, and everybody that has done the work in the last 5, 10 decades, someone one day can have access to that information in one day, and it can start off from there. Without you say, oh no, we started and this thing has to be with us. Somebody can just buy it, and then it just can become a social amenities at the same time, at the end of it. So we must start looking at this as practitioners, and also as, I think on the side of regulator, we also have to look at that.
In this evolving Nigerian capital market, I'm talking specifically to the registrar, what do you think are the expectations from your own side as a shareholder? What do you think you should be seeing more? Where do you think this market should go?
I'm going to base my discussion on 6 points. 1, the repositioning of the registrars to contemporary changes in the capital market, vis-a-vis involving new marketing schemes. What do I mean by this? Registrars involving new products, such as specialized in marketing schemes to attract investors. Secondly, I'm going to talk about the challenges of the industry, rivalry vis-a-vis the effects of the marketing and client pushing. Why the marketing? Why registrars are demarketing themselves? Instead of doing that to your co-registrar, why not try as much as possible to look for new clients instead of the marketing? We have a lot of companies, big companies, up to today, they are not on Nigerian Stock Exchange. We can go and market with them and tell them the advantages if they are quoted on Nigerian Stock Exchange, the benefits they can get from it. Companies like MTN, Airtel, NLG, and so on. We have more companies that are not quoted more than the ones that are quoted. So registrars should look at that also. The challenges of containing the effect of unclaimed dividend, the need for more investment in IT. We should look for more ways to drastically reduce the unclaimed dividend. Registrars, the investors that have assigned to e-dividend, they are less than 30% of shareholders in this country. Why is it so? We should go to rural areas to go and train them, to go and create awareness to them, the importance of filling e-dividend form. Many of them, they don't know. In fact, even if you introduce e-dividend to some of them, they will tell you, I prefer paper dividend instead of e-dividend. I think the registrar needs to do a lot on that. The challenges to enhance the shareholders database and introducing measures to contain impersonation. What do I mean by impersonations? I attended one AGM recently. One person used another person's name to attend the AGM. And when the owner of the shares arrived, they told the person that they've used your name. How possible? I think if registrars, if they have what they call BVN link, I think this one will not happen. What I mean by that, immediately you mention your name and they key in the name, it will show the picture or the photographs of the owner of the shares. So it won't be possible for any shareholder to use another person's name. I think registrars should look into that also. Business diversification to grow the income base in order to mitigate against rising operational costs. Registrars should create more other income apart from issue of being a registrar. One, you could start a consultancy services on capital markets. Two, you can introduce educational career talk on capital market development. I think if we do this, this will also increase our revenue and we'll be able to pay good dividend to we investors. Thank you.
From the point of view of the market operators, do we come up with products, or what product do we see us developing in another few years that will be not the traditional shares and bonds that the registrar is currently doing for us today?
My view is that the pristine function, corporate objective, is to maximize shareholders' wealth. Even though we know that you can't do that without relying on leverage, to magnify that. But where we now resort to essentially debt because we can't access equity. I mean, if you look at some of these accounts today, you clearly know that they don't have equity underlying them. So you are carrying debts that, wipes out everything that those of us who are here as shareholders, and so that is on one side. Because the constraint of the current registrar function, the fee you can get from registrar services today, does not really align. You can't align it with, in terms of return on asset, return on investment, the huge investments that be made by registrars in trying to upscale the quality of service, enhance efficiencies and all that. So I think that the way to go is maybe look at what people like CompServe are doing, and then even some other countries, if you look at what registrars are doing in South Africa, even in nearby Kenya here, they've moved on, to go into things like serious documentation management, okay, and providing e-solutions that cuts across, the different sectors of the economy. Of course, today we all know we can't survive without being e-compliant.
What further scope for growth do you see for activities of the registrar even into the future?
The registrar business is under a lot of attack. You may see it as attack from friendly fire from CSCS and from SEC. It's under attack from digitization. It's under attack from technology. It's under attack from clients. Under attack from shareholders. But you see, the thing is, if you, as registrars, consider that your scope comes from the fact that you're so close to the capital market, that defines your scope. It means that you are analysts of the market already. You've got technology at your disposal. Become full analysts of the market. There's a lot of information that you have acquired over the last 50 years of this capital market, but nobody else has. Use it, sell it. That's the first thing, so you can be consultants. You have a huge database that is fantastic for marketing. Anybody who wants to market anyone would want to get their hands on that database that you have. By all means, you can use that. I heard expansion outside the country. I've had discussions with some countries that have said they want to set up their own AMCON. They're looking at the Nigerian capital market. They love how our market is growing. They want to be like us. Well, they gladly would want to talk to registrars as well because they want to learn from our experiences. So again, consultancy services go in that direction. maybe even setting up branches across the West African coast at least, but across the East African coast, which is very interested in us. That's an opportunity as well. So again, it's limitless. For as long as you look at your capacity and you look at and part of your capacity as well is your family. So by the time you take all the members of the group together, I think you have such a phenomenal force within this company that the future is actually bright.